So guys, now please confirm to me. All of you get my voice on screen. Those who are attending in online, guys, now please confirm to me. All of you get my voice on screen. Those who are attending in online, guys, now please confirm to me. All of you get my voice on screen. Those who are attending in online. All right, sir. So the total prerequisite content we completed in the last sessions. So I given the total document for prerequisites that we can download directly. Already given that link where then there we can download it. So now today onwards we are going to start JDBC, officially the first topic in advanced Java. Mainly 5 topics in advanced Java: JDBC, servlets, JSPs, JSTL, expression language. JSTL and expression language are small topics, very small topics, maybe max 2 to 3 days of time. Maybe in general I used to cover them on one Sunday. On Sunday 3 hours or 4 hours I'm going to take. I'm going to cover them at the end. Mainly 3 topics: JDBC, servlets and JSPs. All right, now already we completed some prerequisites to go for JDBC. The total platform is ready. So now today we are going to understand JDBC. Okay, first of all, tell me what is JDBC, abbreviation at least. Java Database Connectivity. Point is very clear: Java Database Connectivity. Understand it now. In Java database connectivity, in the sense, the simple statement, simple definition, not definition, simple point is what? Interacting with the database from Java application to perform database operations. Connecting with the database from Java application to perform database operations from Java applications. That's it. So, before going to connect with the databases from Java application, first at least we need to understand minimum what is database, how databases are available. After that we are going to understand how we are going to connect with the database from Java application. The minimally we have to understand what is database, what is database management system, what is the meaning of query, what is the meaning of query processing. That basics here we have to understand. After that only we are going to think about like what there JDBC, Java database connectivity. Got it? What I am telling to you? Listen carefully. For example, if you take any enterprise or any enterprise application where we are going to represent the organization's data. In all the enterprise applications, it's a minimum convention to represent the organization's data or enterprise's data. That organization's data may include employee details, maybe organization details, employee details, customers details, clients information, services information, what that organization is providing, and so on and so on and so on. All these details here we have to manage. In our enterprise applications, we have to manage all the enterprise details. Answer my point now. To maintain or to represent these details in our enterprise applications, there we have to use storage areas. There we have to use what there? Storage areas. Got it? What I'm telling you know? Just give a minute of time. Let me complete it. In the enterprise application development, it is a convention. It is a convention to represent the organization's data like employee details, comma customers details, comma products details, comma services details, and so on and so on and so on. Okay. Here to represent all these details, we have to use storage areas. Just simply what I'm telling, the storage area is a memory element where we are going to store all these details in the enterprise applications. Got it? What I'm telling to you? Fine. Now, in this case, there are three types of storage areas. There are three types of storage areas. What are the three types of storage areas? Now observe carefully. Sorry, there are two types only, not three types. No, two types of storage areas. Let's see this. What are the two types of storage areas here? We are going to understand. All right. Now, the storage areas. First one is temporary storage areas. The second one is permanent storage areas. Okay. All right. Temporary storage areas are able to store the data temporarily. Right, sir. Now the first one is what there? Temporary storage areas, and the second one is what there? Permanent storage areas. So what is the meaning of these temporary storage areas? These storage areas are able to store the data temporarily. Are able to store data temporarily. All right. What are the examples for these temporary storage areas now? What are the various examples for temporary storage areas here? If we understand these examples, say for example, buffers in general, system buffers or whatever it may be, buffers in general are the temporary storage areas. In that buffers, the data will be temporary. Understand it clearly. Next one is Java objects. The next one is what there? Java objects. Java objects are also be temporary storage areas. Java objects are also be like what there? Temporary storage areas. Why? Why Java objects are temporary storages? No. Why it is temporary storage? Any reason for it here? For it? No. as you know already that. In Java, objects are creating in a heap memory. Where the heap memory is going to be created, where heap memory is creating in general in a RAM memory. RAM. What is that RAM actually? Is it a temporary memory or permanent memory? Temporary memory. So in a temporary memory only that objects are creating. Definitely their lifetime is what they're temporary, not permanent. System hard disk is permanent. File system is permanent. For example, in E drive, abc.java or abc.txt file I created. There I stored the data. Now the data is permanent. The data is available forever. How long you are going to manage that? It's going to be available. If you delete it, then only it is going to be deleted. Otherwise, the data is not going to be deleted. But in the case of Java applications, what happened? Once we created an object with the data, how long that object is going to be available, that we don't know. At least at the end of the program execution, that object is going to be destroyed. Or in the middle of the application, when the heap memory is full, garbage collector will destroy that object. Chances are available. So we are not having any guarantee of that object whether it's going to be available permanently or not. But if we create any data in the file in our file system, then it is a permanent. Understand my point clearly? So because of that reason, examples for temporary storage areas are like what there, buffers, Java objects, and so on. They are the examples for it. Right, sir. Then it's okay, fine. There we can understand that examples for temporary storage areas are like what there. Now buffers, then after this Java objects. These are the temporary storage areas. Okay, fine. Then what about this permanent storage area? What is the meaning of this permanent storage areas? So the name itself is giving clarity for us, no? Permanent storage areas. So these storage areas are able to store the data permanently. The storage areas are able to store data permanently, not temporarily. It's a permanent data. Fine. What are the various examples of these permanent storage areas? No, observe carefully. In general, we are going to give three examples. Of course, so many are available, but I record only three as of now. First one is what there file systems. File system in our computer, hard disk, drive, so C drive, D drive, E drive. All these are like what there file system, come under file system only. Next one is what there databases, or simply speaking database management systems. Databases or database management systems. Third one is what there data warehouses. Data warehouses. Overall data warehouses, three types of permanent storage systems, permanent storage areas we are able to identify. But again I'm telling there so many are available, but I required only these three. Again I'm telling there I'm not trying to teach the total Oracle or maybe any particular database content. My intention is what there for JDBC how much I required, that I'm going to discuss. I'll forget my point now, right? Part of it, even I'm going to show how to install database and how to connect with the database and how to do basic operations on database. The basic awareness only here I'm going to provide. All right, so now let's move to the point here. File system, database management systems, and data warehouses. They are the examples here we can understand. Okay, see this. Again now, if we take this, if we take this part here, there we are going to have three types. Now, file systems. Next one is database management systems. Database management system. The next one is what there data warehouses. Right, sir. It's okay, fine. So next one is what there. After this, here we have to understand some points clearly. To store the data permanently, to store the data permanently, we have already file system. We have already what their file system. Then what is the requirement to go for database management system? I think every computer science student or maybe every graduate can understand this question. Can I have answer with you already this question for this question? Database management systems is a common subject in all the graduates. For all the graduates, it is a common subject. Basic awareness is required. As part of it, you might be aware about it clearly. All right, sir. Now the question is what there? Already we have file system. Then what is the requirement to go for what there? Database management systems. That's the question now. All right, sir. Now I will give some answers to you. Now try to understand it clearly. All right, sir. Now point number one. File systems. Point number one. File systems is a platform dependent system. File system is a platform dependent system which is managed by our local operating system. Even though it is provided by hardware, but it is managed by what? Managed by operating system. To store data, to get data, to delete it, to create a file, everything could be done through what their operating system. It's a platform dependent system. It's a platform dependent system. Understand my point clearly now? So it is not suitable for the platform independent programming languages. It is not suitable for the platform independent programming languages. Understand it clearly. File system is a platform dependent system. It is not suitable for the platform independent programming languages. All of you get my point clearly? Okay, fine. This is the first point here, what I'm telling you now. Very first drawback, simple speaking. File system is a platform dependent. Okay, fine. Now tell me, what about this Java? Java is what? Platform dependent or platform independent? Platform independent. So not suitable. Temporary purpose only we can use the file system as a backend, but we cannot use that as a permanent. In any enterprise application, we cannot use that as what there as a backend. Understand it now? Just leave this one. This is one point. Next one is how much data we are going to store. We are able to store in a file system. For example, Max, if we take an Excel sheet, how many records of data we are able to maintain? 100 students maybe. Maybe in the worst case, maybe 500 students or maybe 1000 students. I get my point around. Max, how many students know? 1000 students of data here we want to maintain in the form of an Excel sheet. More than 1000 if we store no, processing point of view somewhat delays are going to be happen. Performance problems will come there. Even though they're accommodated, but processing is not allowed. Understand it clearly. Okay, now it's not good. But my requirement is what there? I want to maintain last 5 years of Durgasoft data. Durgasoft students data in the last 5 years I want to maintain. You want to maintain that through any Excel sheet? No, performance issues will come there, not possible there. Okay, then definitely there we have to go for what there? The next level systems. That next level system is what there? Database management systems. The next level is what there? Database management systems. So in the relative comparison, it is able to store lesser data. It is able to store what data there? Lesser data. File system is able to manage what there? Lesser data. Okay, understand it clearly. Next one is how much is security we are able to provide for our data inside the file systems. What about the security? How much security we are able to get from the file systems? Well, less security or more security? That's my point here now. Definitely less security only. Definitely less security only. Answer my point clearly now. It is able to provide lesser security. It is able to provide what there? Lesser security. No security, no good security for the data in the case of these file systems. Next one is what there? It is able to increase data redundancy. It is able to increase what there? Data redundancy. What's the meaning of this data redundancy? Duplicate data. Data duplication, data redundancy in the sense what there, data duplication. I'll take an example. Easily we can understand it, no? So for example, yeah, for example, one student might be, he has written that MSET, for example, MSET exam, MSET or maybe EPSET or whatever it may be, some exam he completed. He got some rank, good rank he got there. Engineering entrance test, for example. Now he had an allotment, seat allotment at JNT University, for example. JNT University, Kukatpally, for example, JNT University. There he had a seat. The formalities are completed. Now, the final thing is what there, he has to report there, he has to join for the college. Okay. In general, think about it, it is an university. In that university, maybe number of blocks are available. Number of blocks are available. First, that student must go to the administrative block. First, that student has to go for what there, administrative block. In administrative block, there is a clerk. First, you have to report to that clerk. Now, this is my name, and I got this allotment in this particular university. All right. Then immediately, if you show that allotment order and everything, definitely the clerk will take your details. He will feed your details in a computer. There a computer there, you can think of it as one Excel sheet, one record, for example. Your data is stored in a computer, first record. Then after that, after completion of our format is, you got a seat in a computer science department. So the computer science block is available separately. There again, you can go there, you can report yourself. Then he has given path to the computer science department. The student go to like what their computer science department. And again, computer science department, there is an HOD room, head office, head of the department. That there is a separate block again in the computer science department. There, the student has to go there. First, he has to again report at computer science block. Again, there also one clerk is available. Again, he will take that allotment order and everything. Again, in his computer, in the clerk computer at computer science department, again the same student data has to be entered. Second time, remember it. Administrative block one time. Now this is what there, second time. Complete it. In a computer science department, okay, fine, this is available. Okay, student is identified his classroom, first year classroom there, first year BTech classroom. He went there, he started. Okay, fine, class are going on continuously. How many times up to now the same student data has taken two times? One is at administrative block and second one is what there, and then computer science block here, department. Okay, fine, good. Days goes on. Semester exams concept is coming. Semester exams option is coming. That notification is available. Semester exams or yearly exam, whatever it may be, notification is available. Exam notification is provided there. Then before 1 month, I think so. Before 1 month, I think so. You may get notification. Am I right? Before 1 month or 2 months of time. Forget it. But anyway, before 1 month of time, we got notification there. By the time student wants to go for some preparation for that exam. Of course, nowadays nobody is preparing for exams in BTech. No, it's a different story. Directly, one day batting, right? Not one day batting nowadays, 2020 batting. Just 2 hours before the exam, they are starting their preparation, preparing chitties, right? Leave it. That student is good student actually. He want to prepare himself, right? So he want to prepare for the exams. Actually, at the time of doing my BTech, we don't have this much of technology, this much of environment. Only we must go to the library, there we have to study. We have to say, myself, I prepared my own script for the exams. Then reference books are available. Only we have the names of the reference books. In library only they are available. Even outside also they are not available. Either I have to go for Chennai or I have to go for what the Tirupati to get that books now. There no option is available for me to get that books. So I have to get that books. Then through library only we have to get it. But library people will give that books to us at our home. We can bring that books to our home. Then again after 2 days of time we have to submit back. 3 days of time. Otherwise fine will be there. That environment is different. By the time we are very good actually, but you are not good at present now. Understand it, whatever it may be. So he want to prepare himself for the subjects, the examination. So he went to the library. Library, he want to utilize that library environment. But when he want to enter into the library, but he has to show some authentication or not. Authentication or not. But first of all, that person has to be show himself as a college person, as a particular person in that college or not. Again, there also be librarian is available. That librarian is going to take his details again. Where library pass, that librarian is going to create the library pass, To prepare that pass again, that student details must be maintained at the library. Again, there also be one more computer, there also be again one more Excel sheet. Now this is third time. Same student data is provided at third time. Understand it clearly. Okay, fine. Exams are going on there. It's okay, going on good. But meanwhile, what happened? What he thought there? Every day is coming to like what they're coming to the university through some transportation. Maybe it's a burdenful thing for him. But there is a concept like what their bus passes or metro passes. For the students, somewhat concessions are going on, I think so. Yes, sir, am I right? You know, I had plenty of requests at Durgasoft also to get that metro train. If I give, see, of course, if you're not aware about it, no, try to utilize that opportunity. Or admin people are going to give that, what they're going to give that seal also on that admission paper. Admission paper in the sense that metro pass. You're able to utilize that. Okay. Somewhat concessions are going to be available there. Just try to utilize it. Okay, whatever it may be, you want to get that bus pass. In the university, definitely there is a transportation department. They're having their own buses. At the same time, in the admin might be then transportation department is available. There we are able to utilize it. So again, if you go there, if you want to take the transportation facility, there again we have to take one form. There again we have to provide our data. Now this is fourth time. Understand it now. In the case, if the university is maintaining, any hostel facility, providing hostel facility, again in that hostel also might be there also be that person has to give his own information there. Now tell me overall, how many times he has given that information in a university, in a single university, 5 or 6 times he has given or not? Understand it clearly. 5 or 6 times the same data is maintained by that university. Is it not the redundant data? Is it not the duplicate data? Data duplication? Single student data 5 times we maintain, no, right? So this is like what I'm telling there, data redundancy. So this is possible. This we are able to get through file system more. Why? Because all the systems are not in a distributed environment. That file system is not in what their distributed environment. Even though it is in distributed environment, but it is not in effective. Understand my point clearly? So to overcome this problem, the university has to maintain centralized database. Centralized databases they have to maintain. A single database they have to maintain. In that single database, that single student data must be maintained only one time. There we are going to have number of options. Bus pass taken or not, as taken. Hostel facility taken or not, as taken. Like this in a single record, we can manage all the content. I get my point or not? Then if it is a centralized database system, only one time the student data has to be maintained. The same data is going to be reused by multiple departments. Got or not? So this is a problem with what their file system. The file system is able to increase what their data redundancy. No data reusability. Reusability is not available. Data redundancy is available with the file system. All of you get my point or not? Leave this point here. After this, the next one, fifth one. Listen carefully. No query language support. No query language support to perform the database operations. For example, text file is available. Will you write any SQL query like select a star from that emp.txt? Answer my point here now. If query language support is not available, it's somewhat difficult to perform the database operations. It's somewhat difficult to perform what the database. For example, I want to perform my database operations from Java program with the backend is file system. How much it is very difficult now. Max we are able to perform insert or delete, insert or retrieve. That's it. No update operations, no delete operation. No, such kind of things are very much difficult. But if it is an SQL query, if it is a query language support is available, as a matter of writing one line. Select a star from the respective data. We are able to get it. Understand my point here? If you want to insert the data, it's a matter of one SQL query. So finally, the point what I'm telling to you, no query language support is available to perform the database operations. So database operations are very much difficult. Database operations are what they're very much difficult. So because of that reason, we have to go for an alternative. What is that alternative here? We have to go there. That alternative is like what there? Database management systems, or simply speaking, databases. Databases are database management systems. That's an alternative here. We have to go there. Yes, sir. All of you get my point or not? Now see this one. The next option is like what I'm telling to you, database management systems or databases, whatever it may be. Let us understand this point clearly. Database management systems. What advantages here we are able to get with the database management systems? It is platform independent. It is platform independent. All right, sir. Now, it is a platform independent system. It is suitable for the platform. It is suitable for the platform independent programming languages. It is suitable for the platform independent programming languages. For example, if you install Oracle database in Windows or Linux or maybe any other one, where that SQL queries are very same. If you install Oracle in Windows now, there also have tried select star from EMP1. If you install Oracle database on Linux now, there also have tried what there select star from EMP1. Do you have any changes in our SQL queries depending on the operating systems? No changes are going to be happen depending on the operating system. So we can understand it is like what there platform dependent. Understand the point clearly what I'm telling you now. It is a platform independent system. It is suitable for the platform independent programming languages like Java. When compared with the file system, Java is very much compatible with the Oracle database or maybe some other database management systems. Observe carefully. The next one is what it is now. Actually, file systems are able to store what data? Lesser data. But file systems are able to store, that means database management systems, it is able to store what data? More data. More data when compared with the file systems. It is able to store more data when compared with what their file systems. Definitely, say for example, 1 year Durgasoft data we can manage in what their Oracle database. Of course, the point is what their file system is the cheapest one, but database management system is somewhat costable, but it is able to provide more accommodation, more data, more storage. Definitely, we are able to store what there more data. Understand it clearly. Next one is after that, how much security it is able to provide there? File system is able to provide lesser security. Am I right or not? But the database management systems is able to provide what there more security. More secure algorithms are available over the database management system. In a database management system, security is also one of the concepts. Their number of algorithms are available to provide security for our data. Understand it clearly. It's okay, fine. Then after this, after completion of this, right, so now file systems are able to provide what their more data redundancy. It will increase data redundancy, but database management system is able to reduce data redundancy. To reduce the data redundancy, number of mechanisms are available in databases now. Normal forms are available. Normal forms are available. 1NF and 2NF, like boycott normal form, like different normal forms are available. By using that normal forms, we can reduce what their data redundancy. Yes, sir. I'll forget my point or not. Right, sir. Then after this, after completion of this, or the last one here, no, that other thing is what there in file systems, no query language support is available. But in database management systems, there is a query language support. Right, so now there is query languages support. Query languages support to perform the database operations in a simplified manner. Database operations are very simple. Database operations are like what they're very simple. Understand it clearly. So these are exactly the points here we have to understand about like what their database management systems. On simple points. At Durgasoft, hardly how many employees are available? At Durgasoft, hardly how many employees are available? Maybe 50 employees are available at Durgasoft, for example, at offline. 50 employees are available. I want to take daily attendance of the Durgasoft. I want to take daily attendance of what there Durgasoft. File system is okay. Only 50 members every day. Okay, file system is okay. I can use that file system to take the attendance of that Durgasoft employees every day. Understand my point, Kirno? But I want to take attendance of the students on every day. Or else maybe last 1 year data of the Durgasoft students we want to maintain. file system is not suitable. There definitely we have to go with what their databases, database management systems. Understand it clearly. Databases or database management systems, there we are going to use. Understand my point clearly now. Right, sir? More security, right? Perfect. All right, sir. Then after this, now the point is what? Where we want to store that less data, there we are going to use file systems. Where we want to store more data, there we have to use what their database management systems. Simple. One more examples, no? But how much you are going to understand it? But I'm trying to explain to you. Try to understand it now. For examples, if we take the servers, if we take the servers, server side applications or servers, if we take now, servers are going to maintain some logs. Log files are maintained by the servers, logs. At what time server is started, at what time application is deployed, at what time application is having changes, at what time server is stopped, at what time application is down, at what time like some updations are performed. Everything is going to be noted. That is nothing but a log. Log files are going to be created. To manage that logs, we are going to use file system. That's the best example where we are going to use file system in the sense in a servers to manage the logs, in a databases also to manage the logs. There we are going to use what their file systems in general. That example we can say. But if you want to manage huge data, more data, there we are going to use what their database management systems. And people are asking to me what security algorithms you are going to use for databases now. Even myself also I'm not having awareness about it, but number of security algorithms are available here, but names I'm not remember that. But definitely security is one of the module in the databases where number of secure algorithms are available. But network algorithm, network security algorithms we are aware now, but database security algorithms are available. Any idea about it? No. I think somewhat better myself now, right, when compared with you. In our colleges, you might be aware about a database security management systems, right? KNN. Some people are giving that information. What is that KNN? Yes, sir. Okay, not required for me. Not possible. KNN is one of the algorithm. All online people are giving that information now. Right. Anyway, whatever it may be, definitely. See, it's a matter of half an hour. If I sit on Google, definitely we'll get more. Okay, try to check for it. Now, the point is what? Database management systems are very good when compared with what their file systems. Good. I'm asking one question to you. I think all of you are having some experience with Oracle database, at least little bit. In your colleges, maybe. I think some of you are doing that Oracle course here. Some of you have completed. There has been some little bit experience with Oracle. Am I right? I've opened Oracle. Okay, fine. Observe carefully. We can insert the data in a quick manner. We can update the data in a quick manner. I can retrieve 5 records of data easily in a quick manner. 10 records of data also I can read. 100 records of data also, okay, no problem, I can read. But 500 records, no. When I write that query, select a star from EMP1. If EMP1 table contains 5 records, 10 records, 100 records are okay. At a time we are able to get the data. But if it is 500 records, no, buffering is going on. Am I right or not? Buffering is going on. Buffering in the sense what there? Not generated results immediately. It will take some time. After some time only the data is retrieved. Yes, sir, got my point or not? That entire world is structured in this point only. Every time, in every aspect, in every content, speed, 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 quick responses. Everybody is thinking about what are their quick responses. Only two things in a software industry or wherever it may be. Everybody is there thinking about two things. One is the speed. Second one is what are their flexibility. Speed and a flexibility. Understand my point here now? So myself is the best example. Previously, I've used Windows operating system, but now I'm using MacBook. What difference I identified? Definitely. Then MacBook is somewhat speed. The best example, you are seeing already my IntelliJ program execution. In your systems also, we have seen that IntelliJ execution there. Definitely, IntelliJ execution may take a lot of time, some time. But in my system, immediately I'm getting outputs now. It's because of operating system only. Because of this time saving all, I'm using this MacBook inside the class. Otherwise, I'm not having any separate intention to use that MacBook. Initially, I'm totally against to the Apple products. Initially, I'm totally against the Apple product. Initially, I didn't interested on these Apple products. But what I identified there, if I'm trying to install Oracle software in my classroom there, it may take nearly 30 minutes now. But the same thing, if I show the same thing in my MacBook now, is a matter of 2 minutes, not even less than, not even 2 minutes. Yeah, I will show definitely. Oracle installation, I will show in my system. You can try the same thing in your system. There we can identify now. Understand it now? Even in my MacBook, again, I'm using what their Windows operating system. There I'm going to install in a quick manner. Within less time, we are able to finish it. Yeah, that depends. The point is what there, the total market, entire world is running on the top of only two factors, running for the sake of two factors. One is speed, another one is what their flexibility. That's it. Only because of these two things only. Now, here also the point is what there. I have 100 records. 500 records I have there in my table. I want to retrieve them. When I write select a star from EMP1, when I click on enter button, immediately if you are getting results, very good. Response is very good. But after some time, if the records are coming, no, performance will be down. If the performance is available databases like this, and if we connect from Java application, and if we perform that operation from Java application, how much delay is going to be happening in our Java application now? Tell me. For example, my system is a banking system. My banking system is using some database. It is somewhat slow. When one person is performing one transaction, now think about it. In a bank now, for a minute, how many transactions are going on? Throughput is more, like scaling is more. How many transactions are more? More and more number of transactions are coming. If my database is a bit delay, how the transactions are going to be performed immediately? If it is the case, no, the delay transactions are going to be performed or not? When a customer is identifying the transactions in delay, when response is not coming properly immediately, transaction is successful, that message is not received immediately, so many doubts are coming to the customer. Best example, your phone pay, you are using phone pay. When you click like what there, that submit button after completion of a transaction, you have given that account pin number also after specifying some amount, but immediately it is not coming the response. No, it is taking some delay. For example, that the transaction is processing. If you see that message there, will you come back to that phone pay again and again? Is somewhat money related with money, right? Nobody will go for it. Because of that reason, what I'm telling now, that speed is very, very important. Fast response is very, very important. Quick response is very, very important. Fast operations are important. That's the reason why entire market is moving on the top of that particular point only. And second one is what there, user friendly, flexibility to use easily, that customers have to use that. Understand it now? So these are the things here we have to manage. Okay, now coming to our point here, in the database I have 500 records now. When I provide select a star from EMP1 and I click on enter button, I'm expecting to get the results immediately. But if it is taking some time delay, how I'm going to use that product here? Same thing is going to be happen with the database management systems. Database management systems is very good when compared with file systems, but still it has some drawbacks. What drawbacks are available here? It has the what I'm telling there, it has the mechanisms to retrieve the data slow. That means what I'm telling there, no fast retrieval mechanisms with the database management systems. No fast retrieval mechanisms are available. Fast retrieval mechanisms are not available with the database management system. That is the main drawback with the database management system. Still it is R&D work. Still it is R&D topic. Retrieving fastly the data from the databases or repositories. Still it is what their R&D kind of topic. Still some research is going on over it. So many alternatives are available, but still when we are working with the huge data, how much fast we are going to maintain to retrieve the data, that is debatable content still in outside. Still that research is going on that particular topic. The same drawback here we are going to understand. Now observe carefully. Finally, the point is what there. So it is not having fast retrieval mechanisms to read data. Still it is not having fast retrieval mechanisms to read data. That's the main point here we have to understand. But it has a quicker insertions are possible, quick updations are possible. That's my point here. But fast retrieval mechanisms are not possible, not available, not possible in the sense not available. Still there is a lag with these retrieval operations. Okay, fine. These are the various points here we are understanding clearly. Understand it now. Next one is after that, data warehouses. Right, sir. What is the next point here now? Data warehouses, file systems, database management systems, and the next one is what there? Data warehouses. Listen carefully. See, whatever the points here we have discussed about these file systems or database management systems, and everything will come under like what their data warehouses as an advantage. When compared with the file systems and database management systems, in every aspect, it is very good. No second thought of it. It is able to store more data. It's a platform independent, and it is able to store more data. It is able to provide more security. No data redundancies. No. And some my point, query language support is available. Not only query language support, some advanced technologies are also available at the same time. It is having fast retrieval mechanisms in the form of data mining techniques. Data mining mechanisms, data mining concept is available. Through these data mining techniques, we are able to read the data fastly. Fast retrieval mechanisms are possible with these data warehouses. Answer my point clearly now. Right, sir. Now, almost all the points here I'm telling to you. All the points are okay, fine. Now here I'm telling there directly. The point here I'm telling to you. When compared with file systems and database management systems, when compared with file systems and database management systems, data warehouses data warehouses data warehouses are able to provide more storage, more security, lesser data redundancy, less redundancy, and it is able to have faster retrieval mechanisms in the form of data mining techniques. Understand it clearly. So these are the advantages of like what their data warehouses. But still I have a question. Three types of permanent storage areas here we understood. What are the three types now? File systems, database management systems, data warehouses. Which one is suggestible for our enterprise applications? Which one is suggestible for our enterprise applications? Data warehouses. As per the discussion, we have to go with what their data warehouses. But the right answer is, as per the application requirement, we are going to select either of these three. We cannot say blindly data warehouses. If we use blindly data warehouses, no, maintenance problems will come. Understand it clearly, no? If I want to travel from Amirpet to SR Nagar, can I buy a car? Think about it. Then every day my requirement is what there. I have to travel from SR Nagar to Amirpet, or Amirpet to SR Nagar, maybe 2 times or 3 times now. This is my requirement. For what? For that, what we have to do? If you are good person there, you can utilize public transportation. We are at a highway, right? We are besides that a highway, right? We can utilize that public transportation. Buses are available or metro is available. It's okay, fine, good. Okay, more comfort if you are expecting there. At least you can take like what there. My point of view, better to take bicycle. The sports bicycles are available at present now. So many advantages we are able to get. Don't travel on the highway with bicycle now. We have some other roads, right? Streets are available there, small streets. Then we can go through that. Or else maybe still if you want to use that, you can take bike. Okay, fine, no problem. But because of this travel car in the sense, maintenance cost will be increased. Not necessary. Similarly, I want to maintain only Durgasoft employee attendance. For the sake of that, can I buy a warehouse, data warehouse? No, not suitable. My other requirement is what there. For example, I want to maintain Durgasoft last 1 year database, 1 year students details. Then what is required? Is it required to take that again data warehouse for it? No. Not required. Not required. Directly we can manage what their database management systems. Still, I can take one extra hard disk. That's sufficient for me. But I'm taking the example is what their database management systems. But I have some other requirement. What is my other requirement? No, I want to maintain all the customers' information of the ICICI Bank throughout the world, or at least in India. In India, I want to maintain ICICI Bank customers' details. Can I use Oracle database for it? Not sufficient. How many customers are available for ICICI Bank? No. Millions and millions of customers are available. Crores and crores of customers are available. How is it possible to manage their details by using Excel sheet and by using Oracle database management system? No. Definitely it is not sufficient. There we have to go for what? Data warehouses. There, wherever we want to maintain, wherever we want to deal with huge data, there definitely we have to use what there? The data warehouses content. So that depends on our requirement. And one more thing I'm telling there, memory components are costful. The memory components are costful. Say for example, if you want to increase your RAM memory in our system, nobody will do that with a free of cost. Get my point or not? If you say for example, in my system I have only 8 GB RAM. I want to increase it that up to like what there 16 GB RAM. One more 8 GB RAM I want to take. 5,000 rupees is the cost for it. That extra 8 GB RAM if you want to take now 5 to 8,000 rupees we have to put. So memory elements are costable. When memory is increased, automatically cost is going to be increased. Right, sir. Observe carefully. So depending on our requirement only here, we are going to have the mechanism. Anything out of these things we are going to take either of the content. That's okay, fine. Now I have a question now. Observe carefully. In my diagram also I given three types of permanent storage areas: file system, database management system, and data warehouses. Now I struck it in this location, database management system. That location I struck it actually. Now I want to get confirmation here. Now observe carefully. Now my question is what? What is the difference between database? What is the difference between database and the database management system? Are both are same? Or both are different? I require this point here. What is the difference between database and a database management system? Maybe at fresher level you may get this question now. At fresher level you may get this question. If the company requires you in a database site, definitely as a first question they are going to ask this question to you. You have to answer for it. In two directions we can answer for this question, database and database management systems. In two ways we can answer. No, first of all, understand the low level definitions, the basic definitions, understand it. No, the first one is database is a storage element to store data. Database is a storage element to store data. Understand it clearly. Database is a storage element to store data. Can I say Oracle is a database? Your intelligence will come into the picture now. Can I say Oracle is a database? Even in Amirpet, courses are going in with Oracle database. Even in Durgasoft also, Oracle course is going to start. Oracle database course is going to start. I think already started. Straightforward question to all of you. Oracle is what? Is it a database or not? Oracle is what? Is it a database or not? Why are thinking about it? Will you confirm it tomorrow? Okay. Keep that question in our mind and try to search for it and confirm it on tomorrow. Anyway, then I don't want to play with you. The point is what? Oracle is a technology, not a database. Database technology. It has some mechanisms to play with the data. I get my point now. Oracle is what there? Is a database technology. We can say that Oracle is a database technology. It will do operations with the data which is available in the repositories. Understand it, you know. So that point we have to remember. Oracle is what there? A database technology. MySQL is what there? A database technology. Understand my point clearly? Okay, that is not in my area. As a point I'm telling you now, try to understand it now. So database is a storage element to store data. But what is this database management systems? Database management system, database management system is a software system, a set of programs. It can be used to manage the data. It can be used to manage the data, to perform the database operations. To perform the database operations like what there, create, comma. Okay, in our language there, insert. In general, at a high level, nobody will speak insert the data like this. Create the data. Create. Insert operation in the sense what there, create, not insert. Understand my point? Even in Java terminology also, we are going to say that database operations are CRUD operations. CRUD operations, CRUD, CRUD operations. Here C stands for what? Create. That is equal to insert. R stands for what? Read, equal to retrieve. U stands for what? Update. D stands for what? There, delete. CRUD operations. Maybe in some situations I'm going to use the word CRUD operations. There we have to understand database operations. Create in the sense what there? Insert the data. Understand it now. Right, sir. It can be used to manage the data, to perform the database operations like insert, like what there, now read, comma, update, delete, and so on and so on and so on. Okay, sir. Now, what is database management system? Database management system is a software system. It is able to manage the data. It can be used to manage the data, to perform the database operations like insert, read, update, delete. Or maybe I want to change the definition here. I want to bring this definition or academic definition. It is able to manage the data. It is able to manage the data for our easiness. It is able to manage the data by performing the database operations like insert, read, update, delete, and so on. Then you can understand easily the point now. Database management system is a software system. It is able to manage the data by performing the database operations like insert, read, update, delete, and so on. This is exactly the meaning of like what there, database management system. Database is a storage, okay, where data is going to be stored. The data is managed by database management system. How the data is going to be managed here? By inserting the data, by retrieving the data, by updating the data, by deleting the data. Understand it now. Leave this point here. Another definition here I'm telling to you, observe carefully. Point number 2. This is general terminology. This is academic style. General terminology I'm telling there. Just I'm asking one question to you, answer for it. What is Durgasoft database? What is the database in Durgasoft? Don't say Oracle database. No. Oracle is a course. Just now I said to you, right? Don't say Oracle or MySQL. No. Then what is the database of Durgasoft? Database of Durgasoft. Your information is a Durgasoft database. Trainer's information is the database of the Durgasoft. Courses details are what there? Database of the Durgasoft. Now the definition is what there? Database is the collection of interrelated data as a single unit. Database is a collection of interrelated data. Okay, database is a collection of interrelated data. That's enough. Interrelated data. What is that interrelated data? Listen carefully. Durgasoft is a best example. In Durgasoft, students are coming. Students are coming for what purpose? No, Durgasoft. Students are coming for courses. Here the entities are what there. Durgasoft is one entity. Student is another entity. Courses is another entity. They are related. In Durgasoft, students are coming for courses. Okay, fine. Next extension, next level. In Durgasoft, students are coming for courses which are taught by faculties, which are taught by trainers. Now, what are the entities? No, Durgasoft, student, courses, trainers, all are related. All this is data, right? The data is what, interrelated or not? In Durgasoft, students are covering for courses taught by faculty members or trainers at a fixed schedules. Again, what is that next entity? Schedules. If we talk about this total data now, that all the data is interrelated or not? That all this interrelated data as a single unit, as an unit, is called what there? A database. Database is the collection of interrelated data as a single unit. Better to specify, as a single unit. Right, sir. But here, what is database management system? What is this database management system? Database management system is the collection of interrelated data and a set of programs to access and manipulate the data. Come again. Database management system is a collection of interrelated data and a set of programs to access and manipulate the data. Okay, both interrelated data collection of interrelated data, and a set of programs, a software program, a Java program or C program, to access the data and to manipulate the data. Access the data in the sense getting the data. Manipulating the data in the sense what there? Insert operation, update operation, delete operation. I get my point or not? So this total system is nothing but what there? Database management system. Yes, sir. I'll get my point or not? Now coming to the Oracle. Oracle. Oracle is like what there is a technology which has the information how to store the data and how to access the data, how to manipulate the data, how to provide services for our data. Transaction services maybe, security services maybe, like what there. The database management services are available. How to provide these services over our data. Understand my point? So this is like what there our database technology. This is like what there our Oracle database technology. Yes, sir, got my point or not? But still, your data must be stored in our system only. If you install Oracle database, where your data is stored now? Tell me, yeah. If I install our Oracle database, in Oracle database, I create a table. In the table, I store the data in the sense where the data is going to be stored. In our system only. Am I right or not? Not in like any other system, right? In our system only, the data is going to be stored here. But database, that Oracle software, what it is providing there? It is providing some simplicity for us. How to create the data, how to update the data, and how to delete the data. That flexibility is provided to the developer. To play with the data now, some environment is created by Oracle. That's it. That's why Oracle is what there? A database technology. Yes, sir. Which knows how to create the data. That means how to provide environment for creating the data, how to utilize the data in an effective way. That is nothing but what there? Oracle technology as a database technology. Right, sir. It's okay, fine. Finally, here the point is what there? What is database and database management systems? If you understand it, no? Database is a storage element to store data. Storage area to store data. Database management system is a software system that is able to manage the data by performing the database operations like insert, read, update, delete. Database is a collection of interrelated data as a single unit, but database management system is a collection of interrelated data and a set of programs to access and manipulate the data. Right, sir. It's okay, fine. Now coming to the point, how many types of database management systems are available? Which one is suggestible in our applications in the sense depends on our requirement we are going to use. Like what their file system or database management system or data warehouses. Maximum we are going to use what their by nature, by default, we are going to use what their database management systems. Right, sir. How many types of database management systems are available? Number of types are available, but three I'm going to list out now. There are three types of the database management systems. There are three types of the database management systems. Again, I'm telling there, so many types are available, but as per our requirement, only three types here I'm going to provide the concentration. The first one is what there? Relational database management system. Relational database management systems. And the second one is what there? After that, object oriented database management systems. object oriented database management system, and the third one is what there, object relational database management systems. Of course, now here itself we are having some other types also, network database management systems, distributed database management systems, like some other types are available, not required for us. For JDBC, no need to think up to that level. Mainly three types of database management systems here we are having. Now see this one, in the diagram also we can understand overall three types of database management systems. What are the three types of database management systems now? First one is relational database management systems, RDBMS, relational database management systems. Next one is object oriented database management system, OODBMS, object oriented database management system, ORDBMS, object relational database management systems. Understand it clearly? Simple points only. All right, sir. Anyway, this diagram is completed. Okay, now let me copy this. Right, now observe carefully. If you understand these relational database management systems, it is able to manage the data in the form of tables mainly. It is able to manage the data in the form of what their tables. To perform the database operations, we will use SQL as a query language. This we can say SQL, or in other words we can say it is what there, SQL2. Both are same. SQL or SQL2, both are same. All right, sir. In relational database management systems, data is going to be represented in the form of tables, where to perform the database operations we will use what there, SQL or SQL2. Right, sir. It's okay, fine. Next one is object oriented database management system. It is able to represent the data in the form of objects by following the object oriented features. By following the object oriented features, the data is going to be represented in the form of like what their objects. Understand it clearly? To perform the database operations, we will use OQL as a query language, object to query language. By the way, what is this SQL? Structured query language. OQL is what there, object to query language, where the data is going to be represented in the form of objects. Understand my point clearly? This is another set. Object relational database management systems. Right, sir. What it is able to do now, observe carefully. It is able to represent the data in the form of objects and tables. Data is going to be represented in both objects and as well as what their tables by following, not required, objects and as well as what their tables. But to perform the database operations, here we are going to use a separate query language. That query language is what there, SQL3. What is that? No, SQL3. SQL3 is a combination of SQL plus OQL. SQL3 is a combination of SQL plus what there, OQL as a query language. Understand my point, Ken? So these are like what there, three types of database management systems. Out of all these things, which one we are using mainly in our applications? No, relational database management systems we are using. But remaining things are somewhat advanced level. But all the database vendors are providing that environment also. But mainly we are using what their relational database management systems. Yes, sir. All of you get my point or not? Again, another types of points here we are able to have types of data, structured data, unstructured data. Some different kind of concepts are available. For structured data, RDBMS, relational database management system, best example. For unstructured data, what is that unstructured data actually? Tables data is a structured data, pure structured data. Unstructured data, your mail data, your WhatsApp information. Yes, sir. All of you are getting my point now. In WhatsApp, might be we are sending some data. There no structure for it. Of course, your shortcuts are too much different. HMMMM. I don't know what is that. Then one funny thing I found actually, people are some, I think I don't know. Then I need to send some message to them. One or two students are giving some chat messages to me. How they are sending chat messages, not through WhatsApp, through phone pay they are sending messages to me. No? Actual thing is what there, I'm completely away from this money and all these related things if the institute. No. So just only with the my name accounts are available, but myself is not responsible for it. Some other department is available, they will manage it. Our admin people will talk with the students. Myself is totally away from this money and its related thing. Myself is totally with the students' face only, not with this kind of thing. Maybe somewhat administration I can check for it, but not relate to these payments and all these things. Unfortunately, my account numbers are provided to the students. They are giving some payments now to my account number, but that's not available with me. My cost is maximum if I go down there, 10 rupees for chai, right? Phone pay 10 rupees. Up to that all I'm going to use. But apart from that, I don't know how much payment is coming to my account, how much it is. So they are going to take the payment, they are going to return take that payment now. Admin people or maybe some other persons there. But I'm not totally related with that. Then what people are doing there nowadays, no? Sir, do you have class today? Message they are sending to me now. Where? In phone pay. Right, sir. Then how people are utilizing the technology. Really, at one level, I'm thinking about it. Let's say they are having that idea. I thought very clear about it. What happened there? What I'm thinking there? I have a doubt on it. Already they might be sent message to our admin people through WhatsApp. I think so. They are not giving proper response. They try to give response question to me. No, if they send that information through what their WhatsApp, I may not see that. If it is a message through phone pay, definitely everybody will check it. No, huh? Right, sir. But anyway, I'm telling to you, we have proper channel for it, and through the channel, we are going to intimate to you. We are able to get the message now. Even if we send messages through phone pay or Google pay or whatever it may be, from myself, the response is very, very less. Understand it now? Maybe in one or two situations, I may not check my mobile phone also. Understand it, Kiran? Okay. Right, sir. It's okay, fine. That is a different story. Finally, what we completed here, database management system, types of database management systems, that overview of the database here we understood. Once we completed this topic there, then we are going to think how to connect with this database from Java applications. But still one more small topic is remaining in the database overview. Tomorrow we'll cover that. After completion of that, I'll go with what there, how to prepare JDBC, how we are going to connect with the databases from Java applications. That concepts we are going to understand. Okay. That's all for today. Tomorrow we'll see the remaining content. Thank you. Guys, and those who are attending in online, then very soon the links are going to be changed, guys. Please recognize this. Very soon that links are going to be changed. The links are going to be changed maybe 1 or 2 days of time. Please, if you are not yet registered for this courses, just please immediately register for the courses now. The private links will come there very soon. Okay, now try to check for it. New batches are going to be Dhananjay, right? Yeah, I have to do that. Maybe people may not come to me, right? Thank you. And the new batches are starting for core Java and advanced Java. Already core Java batches are going on there at 8:30 morning. Advanced Java it may take a lot of time, not immediately. But this batch is a correct batch, right batch for you. Yeah, better to attend for it, but at morning time it may take a lot of time, not immediately. Okay. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you guys. Thanks a lot. Yeah, good night. Good night.